Spain, which was once under Muslim rule, today has only 5% Muslims, with Christians making up the majority of the population. But how exactly did Spain transform from a Muslim country to a Christian one? Let's find out. At the end of the 7th century, when the Umayyad Caliphate was at its peak and expanding rapidly, having already brought North Africa, the Middle East, and Central Asia under Muslim control, Muslim eyes turned toward the Iberian Peninsula, which we today call Spain. At that time, Spain was ruled by the Visigothic kingdom, which had governed the region since the 5th century. However, their kingdom had grown quite weak as a civil war had broken out among them in the race for power following the death of King Witiza. This was a golden opportunity for the Muslims. Musa ibn Nusayr, the governor of North Africa under the Banu Umayyad, dispatched an army of 7,000 soldiers to conquer Spain. The commander of this force was Tariq ibn Ziyad. Tariq sailed with his army across the Strait of Gibraltar, but upon arriving, they found that King Roderick was already waiting to face them with an army of 20 to 40,000 soldiers, while the Muslims numbered only 7,000. Seeing this, Tariq realized that morale among his men was low. On one side was Roderick's massive army, on the other, the sea. At this critical moment, Tariq ibn Ziyad gave the order to burn all the ships so that no Muslim soldier could flee the battle. The battle began, and the Muslims fought with extraordinary bravery, and they won. Following this victory, Tariq's army conquered the remaining cities within a year. Seeing this success, Musa ibn Nusayr came to reinforce Tariq, and together they conquered all of Spain. A few years later, the Abbasids rose to challenge the Umayyad Caliphate. Their leader, Abu Muslim, wanted to end Umayyad rule and revive Islam. The Abbasids descended from Hazrat Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, the uncle of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his family. The Abbasids began working secretly in Khorasan, spreading their message through scholars and leaders of the time. Shia Muslims of that era also joined their cause. They quietly assembled an army. When Marwan, the last Umayyad Caliph, learned of this, he gathered his own forces in Syria and marched to confront them. The two armies met near the Zab River. Marwan's army was much larger, but the Abbasids were full of passion. They wanted to uproot the Umayyads entirely. Abu Muslim kept rallying their spirits. The battle began, and the Abbasids fought with great courage and won. Marwan fled to Egypt, but the Abbasids captured and killed him. The Abbasids then marched on Damascus, the Umayyad capital at the time, and captured it as well. The Abbasid Caliphate was officially established. They then began eliminating the Umayyads one by one, and even dug up the graves of those who had wronged the Al-Bayt, such as Muawiyah and Yazid, though they found nothing but bones. Witnessing this, Abd al-Rahman, an Umayyad ruler in the east, fled to Spain, which was not yet fully under stable Muslim control. Upon arriving, he declared himself the ruler or caliph of Spain. Thus, the Umayyad Caliphate survived, but limited only to Spain. Abd al-Rahman renamed Spain Al-Andalus. As soon as Spain came under Abd al-Rahman's rule, it began to flourish. People from all over the world came to the city of Cordoba to seek knowledge, and many great scientists and thinkers emerged from there. Research flourished in science, algebra, mathematics, and physics. But some years later, Muslims in Cordoba became divided, as they often did, fighting amongst themselves for power. During this period, Christians in northern Spain grew stronger and began expanding across the entire country. Muslims fought back, but this marked the beginning of a series of defeats. They lost the war, and after that, Muslims in Spain became very weak. Eventually, Muslim rule in Spain came to an end. As soon as Muslim rule collapsed, the Christians declared, either Muslims and Jews accept Christianity, or they will be to the sword. Faced with this ultimatum, the majority of Muslims abandoned Islam and accepted Christianity. And that is how Muslim rule in Spain came to a permanent end.